Hey everyone, Matt here with Reach Your Summit. I'm out doing a couple of 25-mile days on the Appalachian Trail, so I figured I'd put together a quick video for you highlighting this pack right here. I've had a lot of you asking me questions about it. Since mentioning it in my Allegheny 100 gear list video, I've been very happy with this pack. Haven't found too many videos online discussing the pack. So apparently the bees like this pack too. So this pack is 3,400 cubic inches or 55 liters. The outer pockets are an additional 600 cubic inches or about 9.8 liters. The center pocket here is going to be 300 cubic inches on its own, or about 4.9 liters. And the two bottle pockets on the sides are going to be 150 cubic inches, or about 2.4 liters. The material on the outer pockets are a hardline with Dyneema. So I've gotten great abrasion resistance and durability with these pockets. I love this pocket. I'm able to stuff everything right inside of there and have items quick and easy to access. I've also thrown my rain gear in here if I've needed it periodically, and this pocket is awesome. These bottle pockets, I usually have a couple of water bottles inside of them. You can definitely fit an Nalgene bottle in each pocket, and I throw a couple of other items inside of each pocket. The thing I don't like about these water bottle pockets on the sides is that I always need to take the pack off to get at my bottles. That's something that you might be able to avoid with other packs, but with the function and durability and features that I'm looking for, this pack suits me. And so this is just something that's very minor that I'm willing to deal with, to have a pack that suits my needs. So the material with this pack is a DCH 150. It's a little different from what you would find with the DCH 50 in the white Southwest packs by Hyperlite Mountain Gear, and the Junction pack and the Wind Rider packs. I went with the DCH 150 because I wanted extra durability. This has worked really well for me. I was up in the White Mountains having to do a bushwhack through a lot of blowdowns heading up toward the head wall of Mount Washington recently. And this fabric, I was very confident in the fabric not ripping on me. I brushed up against quite a bit of debris and trees that were down, and I didn't have any issues with the performance or the material of the pack at all. There are no holes in it. The Y-strap is really nice for carrying a bear canister if I need to and I want to store it on the outside of the pack. Most of the time I just throw my socks on the outside that I've cleaned in a creek to let them dry in the sunlight while I'm hiking, or I've thrown a fleece up at the top here, or my rain jacket if I wanted to get at it a little quicker. But this strap works really well. It also helps compress everything down inside of this pack, along with the side compression straps, which I really like. This helps me pack the pack down even smaller if I want to, compress it down. I can range anywhere in between 40 liters and 55 liters with this pack. And it also gives me really good storm protection. With that being said, this material works so well that I have also had it out in heavy downpours. I hiked with this pack for about 14 hours in pouring rain, and I did not have any of my gear get wet inside. I still like to use a trash compactor bag to give me that extra protection, but a Cuban fiber laminate with a nylon or a polyester is going to give you great weather resistance on its own. The two hip belt pockets that I have on this pack are very beefy. I can fit a lot of stuff inside of each one. I fit about 8 or 9 candy bars inside of here with a little bit of room to spare. It fits a lot inside of them. So I don't have anything in this one because this is where I normally store my phone. On the other side, I have a few items that I might want to access more frequently, like lip balm, insect repellent, sunblock. These hip belt pockets are made out of the hard line with Dyneema also, and they also have a waterproof coating for the zipper. I find the back of the pack to be very comfortable. So yes, it doesn't have any ventilation, but I like having the pack up against my back. I like having that weight closer to my center of gravity. I also sweat like crazy even when I have the trampoline style frames to the back of the pack. And so, yeah, I sweat a little bit with this, but I don't find it to be too different for me personally compared to other packs that I've gone over, like the Osprey Levity 45. The shoulder straps are really comfortable. It's a very thin foam, but it serves its purpose, works really well. There's some daisy chain along the shoulder straps, so I normally have my hand sanitizer there, and I might attach a spot device or a Garmin InReach or something to the other side. The padding in the back and the lumbar area is very comfortable and cushioned. Same thing with the hip belt. I find that to be really comfortable as well. And the pack does not have load lifter straps. I don't find that to be too much of an issue. Hyperlite Mountain Gear says on their website that this pack can carry up to 40 pounds. I haven't had 40 pounds in this yet. I've had up to about 25 pounds, and I've carried that very comfortably without needing to adjust the pack too much. I don't find that I'm missing the load lifter straps too much when I'm wearing this pack on a trip. The pack on its own weighs around 2 pounds on my scale, or 32 ounces. The pack also has an ice axe loop, so if you needed to carry an ice axe, you can. And there is a loop up at the top here, so you can also rig something along there and carry your ice axe through the outer part of the pack. So I'm more of a traditionalist. I like water bottles. I like being able to see the amount of water that I have left in them, knowing when I need to most likely fill up. I like having an easier fill up by just pulling the bottles out and treating my water and storing it in the outer pockets. But there is a little sleeve right here that's velcroed, and you can have a hose come out of here if you are more of a hydration bladder person. I personally just use them in my running vest when I'm doing trail running, but that is there if you want to use one. When we open this up, there is a Velcro closure with the roll top in the pack. So here's the Cuban fiber laminate. Inside of here, I have my trash compactor bag, and then along the back, you have a mesh compartment for your hydration bladder if you choose to use it. And then you can clip it to this strap right here. There are a couple of aluminum stays along the back of the pack to give it extra structure for when you're carrying heavier weights. If you choose to, you just undo the Velcro and you can pull those out. You can just slide it right out of that sleeve. I personally like keeping these in. 25 pounds, 30 pounds, weight is weight. When you're doing long distances each day, it's nice to have that to pick up the weight and transfer it to the hips more. And I can adjust the pack with my straps and everything throughout the day, but it's nice not having that rest on my shoulders like it would be with a frameless pack when I'm carrying a heavier base weight. So all of their packs are hand built and made in Bedford, Maine. And I went with the medium size for a torso length of 18 inches. I've been very happy with this pack so far. I have about 350 miles on it. I've taken it up Mount Washington with freezing rain and 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts. I've had it out in 14 hours of pouring rain non-stop. I've had it out in snow. I've also used this on the Allegheny 100, and I've had it up on the Long Trail and the Appalachian Trail. I haven't had any issues with this pack at all. It carries very comfortably. It's very versatile, and I really love the simplicity of this pack, the durability, and I'm looking forward to putting this through many, many more miles of trips. So as I mentioned, I'm out for a few days doing a couple of 25-mile days, and so I'm fully loaded up here at camp. Let me pull everything out of this pack and then show you how I pack this pack for a trip like the one I'm on right now. So you can see that sleeve a lot better now. And I have my Thermarest Z-Lite sit pad inside of here, so I can pull this out and use this when I want to for brakes, and then just slide it right back in that sleeve there. Another thing that I like about this pack is that it stands upright on its own. All of my stuff is over here. It is not propped up at all. I love that. So nice to be able to not have my pack drop down on the ground frequently when I'm trying to get things in and out of it. So, to start with packing my pack, as I mentioned, even though this is Cuban fiber, I still use a trash compactor bag as a pack liner to keep all of my stuff dry inside. You can see there's nothing all the way down to the bottom in there. And so the first thing that I'll do is I like to take my Thermarest Z seat and I will put that right into the sleeve that the hydration bladder can go in. So that rests and just slides down perfectly right inside of that hydration sleeve. This gives me a little extra cushioning with the cushion with the closed cell foam that's already in the back panel here. I believe it's 1/4 of an inch. So this will give me a little extra thickness and comfort with things inside of the pack. Now this is my gear for 3 days out on the trail. So in here, I have my 20-degree Enlightened Equipment Revelation quilt. I have a REI Co-op hammock under quilt and my Sea to Summit down pillow. That is my entire sleep system, and I will put that in the bottom of the pack first. So it's resting in the bottom, just like that. Next, I will take my food bag and I will put it up against the back of the pack. So you can see the Z seat there. I will rest that right up against the back here, so that heavier weight is closer to my center of gravity. So in this case, I'm taking my Ursack, which has the odor-proof bag inside of it, with all the rest of my food for the trip. There's the OP sack. I'll cinch this down and I'll leave it loose while it's in my pack. Then when I get to camp, if there's not a bear box, I will do a double overhand knot and then another overhand knot just for extra security, and then tie it around a branch with a figure-8 knot. So that is going to sit right up against the back panel of the pack. So I have this big amount of space in the front right here that's furthest from me. So I'm going to take my clothes. In here I have my sleep clothes and an extra pair of socks, and that's pretty much it. And I'll take that and slide that right inside on the outer part of the pack here. So in that clothes bag, as I mentioned, I have an extra pair of socks, then I have a sleep shirt, a fleece, and I put my rain pants in there for now, just because I'm not going to be needing them anytime soon. I don't have much, so I'm gonna grab my external battery pack, my Anchor battery pack, and some lithium batteries I have. My stove. This is just a Toaks 550 titanium pot. I have the BRS stove in here and a 110 gram canister. And then in here I have my hygiene, first aid, gear repair, and foot care kits. And all of that I'm going to put up in the top here. So I've got my stove, my cook system. I'll toss my battery, electronics, and cords in there. And then I have my first aid and hygiene. So then it ends up looking like this. Still see the earth sack here and everything else right here. Then I have my hammock system. So got my hammock body here. And then here I have my tarp and my straps and the pole that will suspend the mesh above my face. And so I'll just take this off, just like that. Grab the hammock body, shove that in there, just like that. I like to store my shelter near the top of my pack, so that way I'm able to get that set up when I get to camp right away. And if it's raining out, it helps a lot because I don't have to worry about digging through my pack and getting this out. I can always put this on the outside of the trash compactor bag up near the top here and have it easy to access. But for now, I'm just gonna put that in there just like that at the top. A lot of my shelter systems are pretty lightweight, so a couple of pounds or less, so I don't have to worry about having a really heavy 3 or 4 pound tent or hammock system up at the top here. And I'm just gonna roll this up. Then on top of that, I'm gonna grab my rain jacket. So this is the Patagonia Houdini. At the top, quick to access if a storm comes through. I can always put it on the outer pocket if I want. And then I just close this up. And I roll this up. Force air out of it. And buckle the sides. And then I take this Y-strap and this cord and I just buckle these together just like that. And my pack is pretty much set to go. Alright, then I have my sunblock, lip balm, body glide, and my multi-tool. I just put those right in this pocket here. The left hip belt pocket, if I were to have the pack on, it would be on my left side. Then on one bottle pocket side, I will put one of my water bottles in the side, just like that. This side I am going to also put my spoon, bamboo spoon, and my water treatment inside of there, just like that. The other side is my other water bottle. And then I'm going to grab my trowel, and I have my stakes for the hammock tarp. And I'm just going to sit those on the outside, tuck them away. So it's just like that. Then all the rest of this stuff I can put right in the center pocket. So I'll throw my maps in there, throw my compass in there, my mosquito head net, and my bug lotion, headlamp, tripod. And I have some electrolyte tablets and my snacks. And that all fits in there. Then I have my spot device I can clip to the other shoulder strap, and I'm all set. And my trekking poles. So if you have any questions on this pack, please feel free to get in touch with me in a comment below, or you can also contact me at reachyoursummit.net. If you like this review and you want to see similar videos to this, also skills videos and trips and field notes, please feel free to subscribe. As always, thanks for watching. I greatly appreciate all of your support. I'll see you on the trail.